Hey folks, today I'm going to tell you the story of these women who have to survive in the prehistoric era, because this is the movie When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth. So get ready, and let's dive into the tale. It all begins by showing when the Earth was still empty, with only a few humans around. These humans were afraid of everything, the sea, the mountains, the sun, and the moon, because everything was unknown. Anything could lead to their demise, so they made sacrifices to the sun as a way to protect themselves. The problem was that the only ones fit for sacrifice were the blondes, and I've never been more grateful to be born with dark skin because back then, I'd be respected. As the sun starts to rise, one of the blondes panics because she's about to be stoned. She tries to run, but the cavemen go after her, and she ends up falling off a cliff, taking a fool with her, because life had its twists. Now, only two blondes are left. When the sun reaches its zenith at noon, strong winds start blowing since they lived on a mountain. One of the blondes is named Sana, and because she also wants to survive, she jumps into the sea, acting insane. The men, being fools even in the Stone Age, chase after her because they can't lose their sacrifice, or things could get even worse. They get onto a small boat and manage to rescue her. When she opens her eyes, the first thing she sees is a caveman, and she becomes smitten with him. Returning to the village of Kingser, their king begins to get angry because everything went wrong. So, the next ritual needs to be grander. He starts choosing various blonde women, and they begin to fight among themselves to be a part of it. During this time, everyone is planning when the next ritual will take place, and the village is carrying on as usual, taking care of the young ones and hunting dinosaurs for dinner. Everything is going according to plan. Tara is arriving by boat with Sana and the other extras, and a woman is waiting on the beach. As a greeting, he makes her smell his nipples, but what she doesn't know is that he has his eyes on Sana. As if that day couldn't get worse, the dinosaur they had captured manages to break free and starts attacking everyone. Panic ensues, but they are from the Stone Age and are organized. They manage to throw some sort of fat on the creature to start a fire and drive it away from the tribe. In the end, they defeat the dinosaur and even end the night with a special barbecue. To celebrate having food for a while, the tribe starts dancing Pisadinia. Ika, who is Tara's woman, starts a seductive dance incorporating the 7 skins, but he's focused on something else because after seeing Sana, he can't stop thinking about her. He takes a piece of dinosaur meat and brings it to Sana, who had been excluded for spoiling the ritual. They begin to gaze at each other, but we know he really wanted to offer her the sausage. He gives her a necklace and a dagger so she can survive on her own. Ika shows up at that moment to see what's going on, and this is how the ancient quarrels begin. The next day, Tara would set out for a hunt and checks on Sana to see if she's okay. Ika is still jealous, and on that day, things would get strange. The sky clouds over, and it looks like a heavy rain is coming. Ika starts accusing Sana, claiming she's cursed. Once again, the two start fighting in an unconventional way, but the king appears and separates them. Now, they need to do something to resolve this conflict. Sana doesn't know if she will become a sacrifice, so she flees to the other side of the beach. However, where they are is very dangerous, with all sorts of dangers. She tries to hide in the trees, but a very large snake appears. Sana needs to stay quiet to avoid becoming food. After the snake leaves her, a man falls into a trap and is crushed. The soldiers are searching and find a large cave where she might be hiding, but an agitated dinosaur emerges from inside. Only one soldier manages to survive, but he's severely injured. Since this is taking too long, Kingser sends Tara with some soldiers to bring Sana and the other soldiers back. But here is where everything changes, because if you forgot to leave a like, you're going to do it now and subscribe if you're new, or Sana is going to go insane. Now, let's continue. They reach the other side of the beach and find the wounded soldier and others deceased. The angry dinosaur comes charging at them again. Tara, who is trapped, would have met a dubious quality dinosaur death, but he knows how to dive and manages to evade the creature. The dinosaur falls off the cliff, and to make matters worse, this dinosaur isn't even a carnivore, so it was probably just defending its territory. They've suffered many losses by now, and they take the bodies back to the tribe for a burial ritual. Everyone is sad, and the bodies are placed on a straw boat and set on fire, as a way for the souls to move on. And folks, this is me improvising here, because all they really say is Sana, Necro, Black, and Akoba. They talk very little and talk nonsense. Ika, who loves to stir up trouble in the tribe, starts yelling that all of this is Sana's fault because she's cursed. If things were strange before, they manage to get worse as everyone starts shouting and starts rolling around in the sand while the loincloth-wearing men dancing. Meanwhile, Sana is in the middle of the forest, trying to survive amidst bizarre creatures. She only manages to stay alive because of the knife Tara gave her. In a desperate move to avoid becoming food, she sacrifices her own hair by cutting it off. Tara is still searching for her lost lover, hoping to find her. He comes across her hair and thinks she's dead, but unbeknownst to him, she's trying to hide inside a dinosaur eggshell. The next day, she is awakened by a mother dinosaur bringing her breakfast. Since she emerged from the egg, she is seen as a baby dinosaur, and Sana uses this to her advantage to survive. She begins training with her new sibling, and the dinosaurs start becoming friendly towards her. In just one day, she manages to become part of the family. Sana hears a commotion and realizes that the tribe's soldiers are trying to hunt down the mother dinosaur. However, they run away in fear, including Tara. This is where the complications begin. While this is happening, Ika is working in the village. A man approaches her, and they move to a corner. Since Tara didn't provide support, she decides to do so. This shows that times change, but the rules remain the same. If you don't step in, someone else always will. Tara tries to return, but he gets caught by a flying dinosaur and is dropped into a nest. Miraculously, he survives because he's a fighter. On the other side of the island, Ika finishes her encounter, and the man who had been with her sees Sana playing with her dinosaur sibling. At the same time, Tara appears injured, attempting to protect her. She demonstrates that he's a good person. She takes him to safety despite his injuries. Although anyone else might have died from such wounds, they were already accustomed to misery, so it's alright. Tara starts looking at her differently now, as the time for playfulness arrives. The problem is, the tribe now knows that she's alive and sends several soldiers after them. When Tara returns to the village, the king is already aware of everything. It's remarkable how they managed to convey so much with so few words. Since Tara is by Sana's side, he would have been deceased, but he's skilled in prehistoric martial arts and manages to defeat all his attackers. However, in the end, he gets caught and is placed on the straw boat, seemingly deceased. A sea dinosaur swallows the boat, and that appears to be the end. Or is it? Because he miraculously survives, returns to live with Sana, and everything seems poised to work out. But they light a fire that attracts the attention of everyone in the village, and once again, the two have to flee. This marks the beginning of a questionable quality escape, as they navigate dangerous places filled with subpar dinosaurs and steep terrain. Something bad is bound to happen, and indeed, they get caught once more. However, Sana's brother appears and rescues her, leaving everyone puzzled as to why she wasn't consumed. The unfortunate fellow always gets into trouble, and now he's set to be sacrificed in front of everyone to prevent any chance of escape. However, as usual, things take a turn for the worse. A massive wave approaches, causing panic among the villagers. With Tara trapped, there's no way to escape. But then, Sana arrives and saves him. In the end, only the survivors are Sana, Tara, Ika, and their meddling friend. And that's the dubious quality movie that delves into real-life issues the most. If you enjoyed it and survived this far, leave a comment below. Now, I'm signing off.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me.